With Phantasmal Flames finally releasing and being the last set of 2025, I want to go back and look over 2025 to see all the sets that were released. I personally believe that 2025 was the best year for Pokemon sets to be released, in my honest opinion. Let me kind of explain what I'm talking about here. Every single set in 2025 was better than the last, and it's not even really that. It's just Pokemon added so many different concepts in 2025. They added so many different things. They brought back so many different things. I think 2025 for Pokemon cards is going to be something we look back on and be like, wow, this was a crazy year. And it kind of makes sense because this year has been the craziest year in general, just for prices and everything like that. Just it's been a crazy year for Pokemon cards. So let's kind of look back and see what really happened in 2025 to be like, yeah, this year was insane. All right, let's get to it. So the very first set that came out in 2025 was Prismatic Evolutions. This set right here was one of a kind that Pokemon, literally beginning of the 2025, I think when the Pokemon company looked at 2025, they're like, this year we're gonna do some crazy things, and they actually did. Prismatic Evolution is the first set with just SARs. There's no illustration rares in this set, anything like that. All evolutions in this set as well too. 32 SARs. And also, Pokemon added something to the set that they've never done before. They added a full God Pack. Yes, a God Pack. A lot of people like to say, oh, 151 had it. No, 151 had a Demi God Pack. You could pull only one evolution line from a Demi God Pack of 151. For Prismatic Evolutions, you could pull an actual God Pack, or almost every card besides the first one card in the pack, which would be a Master Ball, typically an Eevee, and an Energy card. Besides that, it's all SARs, mostly evolutions in it. So Pokemon added that to this set. This set is going to go down in history, in my honest opinion. This set is probably one of like the craziest sets for people to try to open. So many people have been complaining about this, everything like that. It's crazy to see what Prismatic Evolution did. And this was just the start of the year. This was just the start. Pokemon just started. Now we're gonna go to the next set. The next set wasn't really the craziest, but it was Journey Together. Journey Together brought back some interesting concepts that we haven't really seen in a very, very long time in Pokemon. For one, they added box toppers. The booster box had a box topper on it. We haven't seen box toppers in like what, like since like 20 years or something like that. It's been so long. Literally 2025 is a throwback year for Pokemon, it seems like. It's crazy. And also they added trainers Pokemon. They have Lily's Clefairy in Zoroark. They actually added trainer Pokemon. Kind of crazy to really see this, honestly, what they did here. Other than that, this set isn't really crazy. It's not, but the concepts that they added to it, we haven't seen in a very long time. Now the next set after that, Destin Rivals. This is where things start to get a little crazy. They had a Team Rocket set. Some people don't like to call this set a Team Rocket set because it don't have Jesse and James in it. It is still a Team Rocket set. You know what I mean? It literally has Team Rocket's Mewtwo in it, Ethan's Ho-Oh, also with trainer Pokemon as well too. This set we haven't seen in a very long time as well too. We're gonna bring back some of the older concepts that we had, and we're just gonna throw it in here. So this comes out to be Destin Rivals. Destin Rivals is one of the best sets in the Scarlet Violet era. I think that's not debating. You can maybe debate Prismatic Evolutions, 151, or Paldean Fates, but Destin Rivals is definitely a nostalgic set as well too, with the Team Rocket theme to it, which is kind of nice. They brought it back, honestly. When will it be the next time we actually see Team Rocket Pokemon? I don't really know, honestly, or at least a full entire set surrounded by Team Rocket Pokemon. Kind of crazy, actually, what they did here. They cooked with this set, absolutely cooked. Now, on to the next set. Literally the next set. We had a Gen 5 set, which is, Black Bolt, White Flare, with, instead of SARs, they added all illustrations. Literally every single Pokemon gets an illustration rare. Literally, the set would have been so big, they had to split this up into two sets. Literally two sets. Black Bolt and White Flare. Kind of crazy what they did here. And also with this set, they added a God Pack as well too. So, just not with Prismatic Evolutions having a God Pack, we had another God Pack set released for English in the same year. Kind of crazy, honestly, what they did here. Crazy to see that. And this is just one set. This is just Black Bolt. We go down to White Flare. It's the same kind of concept as well too. Kind of crazy what they did here, in my honest opinion. But hey, Pokemon Company cooked for 2025. Absolutely cooked. And also, what they did for the next set after that, speaking of bringing back different concept, they brought back Mega Pokemon. literally Mega Venusaur, Mega Lucario, everything like that. It's kind of crazy what they did. And they revamped the gold cards. They finally made a card that is insanely hard to get. Like, it's crazy pull rates. They added some crazy concepts to this set that we haven't seen in a very long time, especially with the gold cards being 1 in 1250. That is crazy to see that, honestly. This is the hardest card in English Pokemon to pull right here. 1 out of 1250 packs. That is insane pull rates. It really is. It's kind of crazy to see what the way that Pokemon's kind of like going with this. Really, this is just a start. Who knows? They can make stuff even harder to pull. Don't really know what Pokemon's gonna do here, but this is just the start to a whole entire Mega Evolution era that they started here. The next set after this was Phantasmal Flames that we just had released last week. Literally, this had two things in it. One, it had the best Charizard card we've ever seen. Literally ever seen. This card is probably going to go down as the best Charizard. You can debate that if you want to, but in my opinion, I think it is. It looks absolutely amazing. Especially since I said that I've seen this card in person. Oh my goodness, it looks so good in person. Absolutely amazing what they did here with this card, in my opinion. And they also added the gold Charizard to here as well too, being 1 in 1250 packs as well. Like, it's crazy to see the concepts that they did. And also what is kind of interesting, I guess it isn't really kind of, you know, interesting to see this, but they added some promos to this set as well too from Japanese. They added the Meowth and the Paldean Wooper. Nobody thought these promos were going to come over to English, but guess what? They ended up coming over to English. Kind of crazy seeing that as well too. 2025, in my opinion, will go down as one of the best years in Pokemon history that they released sets. You can't argue with me that here. You literally can't. Over everything that we looked at here, it's crazy to see the concepts that Pokemon added. They literally cooked for 2025. Absolutely cooked. And if we look just a little bit ahead to see next year in 2026, I don't know if it'll be the same as this year. I don't know if it'll be better than this year. In my opinion, I doubt it. I don't think the Pokemon Company can really do what they did this year, kind of redo it. They might be able to, possibly. There's a lot older concepts that they could bring back, in my opinion, just to kind of twist it a little bit to kind of bring some nostalgic back to people. This year was literally a full nostalgia year with Team Rockets, you know what I mean? It's box toppers, everything like that. Adding illustration rare full set, adding an SAR full set. It's kind of crazy to see what they did last year or this year. And going forward, we'll have to see what Pokemon does to kind of see what route they're going to take. Like I said, there's concept they can add. We'll see what really happens here. I just kind of want to go over this, kind of talk about this, because I don't think nobody's going to talk about this, and nobody's probably going to think that I'm right or wrong here. But in my opinion, I think 2025 was the best year for Pokemon TCG. The sets they released was absolutely insane. The concepts that they added, the stuff they brought back, I don't think we'll have a year like this ever again. We'll have to see what happens. They absolutely cooked this year, and it kind of goes to show why the hype is kind of how it's been, because it's been kind of crazy. It's been wild to see what they brought back, but at the same time, they brought back some nostalgic stuff for people, especially Destin Rivals being a Team Rocket set. A lot of people love Team Rocket. It's where people, a lot of people love Pokemon for Team Rocket, you know what I mean? So it's kind of really interesting to see that. Just kind of want to go over this and talk about this and be like, hey, might be another, people might not agree with me, but this is just my opinion. This is my take on it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Appreciate it if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one. Peace.